Chris Thomason from the Gazette will lead us off. Chris?
Yeah, hey Mike, thanks for doing this today. What's it like to have a defense that can help you out so much when the offense isn't doing that well? And then, kind of a second part, what does the offense need to do now to kind of withhold its end of the bargain?
Well, certainly it allows a defense like that allows us to win a football game the way that we won it yesterday. Obviously, we were very sloppy with turnovers. We didn't convert enough third downs, didn't stay on the field long enough to catch a rhythm. And so having a defense like we have is incredibly valuable. And, I said it yesterday, but we're incredibly lucky to have them because there was a dominant performance from their side of the ball. And offensively, we need to take care of the football. We need to execute the plays that are called, and be able to stay on the field and sustain drives that allow us to continue to open up our offense.
Mike Kliss, 9 News.
Yeah, Mike, I was wondering as that game was playing out yesterday, if any of you big old linemen would dare to go up to Sean Payton and said, "Hey, coach, we need to run the ball." Have you ever done that? And have you ever done that with Sean?
No, I have not, and that's not something that I would do. He's the play caller. It's our job to execute the plays that are called. Everybody here has the incredible faith in Coach Payton and the way that he calls the game. You can say whatever you want about the play calling, but that doesn't make up for the 3 turnovers that we committed on offense, or the lack of push or whatever from each guy that whoever had to screw up on each whatever play it was. There's opportunities there no matter what the play is called, and we got to do a better job executing.
Brandon Cristal, Guerrero Sports.
Hey, Mike, with the running game getting going a little more in the second half, just I guess what was working better, how much better did that feel to know that you got to see what Dobbins could do on the touchdown, and obviously RJ with that big run, something we haven't seen around here in a few years.
It was great. I think we finally got to get a couple called in a row, and we got to our defense allowed us the opportunity to stay with the run game late into the game. We wouldn't have been able to run the ball as well as we did in the second half without the defense stopping virtually everything that the Titans were doing, and allowed us to stay patient enough to kind of get a rhythm in that area of the offense. And the 2 backs that we have are great players, and we have to afford them the opportunity to touch the ball more, and we got to be able to do that together as a team and as a full offense to make sure that we don't get bogged down by the situation that we're in, and be able to control the tempo of the football game by executing early and fast and staying on schedule.
Luca Edmonds, The Denver Post.
Hey Mike, how you doing? Just going back to yesterday, I think Bo was something like 2 of 7, when he was kind of under pressure, not even just kind of blitz, just that general, base rush. And going back to last year, that was kind of if you look back at the stats, something that he struggled with at times, in that. So what's kind of the conversation between you guys as offensive linemen and him kind of moving forward from that, helping him, when the pocket collapses, that sort of thing? I mean, what do you feel like is the growth process from him there, in you two?
I don't know if there is much of a conversation. He's got a job to do. We got a job to do. We got to block people better. And I'm sure he can say the same thing about his job. He's got to do his job a little bit better. Like that's a team effort. There is no conversation about, hey, Bo, here's what you do, and I miss a block. Like that's just not how football works. So it's just about executing. It's about being on our men, blocking within the rhythm of the play, and then hopefully having somebody open downfield that Bo can throw it in rhythm. And if not, he's done a great job with his legs over the 2 years that we've been with him, of creating plays and extending plays, or taking off and getting extra yardage with his feet. So the system that we have right now has been working for us, and we got to just make it's week 1. We got to do a lot better than we did yesterday, and I plan on doing that. I'm sure that'll happen for us moving forward.
Kyle Fredrickson, the Gazette.
Mike, it sounds like obviously there's a lot of, learning points from that first game, but the fact that, this offense doesn't play to its full potential and you're still able to pull out a victory, does that inspire confidence or does that just show the strength of this team right now?
It definitely inspires confidence, and it definitely only good teams are able to win football games that way, because it wasn't our best effort offensively, and like I said earlier, the defense allowed us the opportunity to kind of stay into a base game plan and be able to come out into the second half and get a little rhythm going, and all that. So it certainly speaks to the defense's ability to keep us in games. And like I said, I think it shows an incredible amount of toughness from our quarterback, from the rest of the offense of how we were able to continue to get our feet underneath us in the second half and stick to it and make some good plays down the stretch.
Andrew Mason, the Fan.
Hey, Mike, you talked about the game yesterday. When you looked at the film today, kind of what did you take from your own performance that you want to work on going forward?
Just the small details of things. I think there's certain an approach to a block early that if I do it a little bit better, I don't get caught up in foot traffic and stay on some people. I think it was a good start, and certainly just the small details of cleaning up how we all block things, and that's that's how I feel about it.
Last question, Parker Gabriel, the Denver Post.
Hey, Mike, obviously you guys do a lot of different things and have a lot of different, schematic styles in the run game. But you talked about your time in San Francisco and Chris Morgan and some of that wide zone stuff on Friday. And for that element of your run game in particular, how long in your experience does it take for that to come along? Because I would imagine it's sort of an expensive endeavor to get good at that, given all the moving pieces with the outside zone in particular.
I think it takes a while. It takes a long while for everybody to get comfortable with what that kind of scheme asks you to do as a player. It's a high risk run game, right? Like you're asking people to stretch landmarks. You're asking people to believe in the guy behind them, and in combination, if somebody moves away from you, that he's got your back no matter what. And you're asking a lot on the perimeter players of your offense to continue to play hard in the run game. So it's a complete marriage of all 11 guys doing the same thing at the same time that allows that to work. And so, yeah, it's going to take time. I think we're in a good, we got to execute a little bit better. But there were some good things on that tape last night or from yesterday that are really positive moving forward and that we can continue to build on. And hopefully, we earn the right to do more of it.
Thanks for the time this afternoon, Mike. We appreciate it.
Yep. Thanks, guys.